Hello everyone. In previous videos we have studied what is chromatic polynomial. In this video we are going to study some theorems based on chromatic polynomial. So, very first theorem says a graph with n vertices, a graph G with n vertices is a complete graph. We are considering a complete graph if its chromatic polynomial is lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, etc. lambda minus n minus 1. So, if it is complete graph of 3 vertices, obviously it requires 3 colors to color the graph properly, right? Suppose if I consider this graph, its n is 3. So, obviously using one color I cannot color this graph. So, C1 is 0. Using 2 colors also I cannot color this graph properly. Therefore, C2 is also 0. So, I require 3 colors. So, C3, n is also 3. So, what is the value of 3? 3 factorial. So, what is our formula? C1 0, C2 0. P3 of lambda is 3 factorial. This is C3. Lambda, lambda minus 2. Lambda into, 3 factorial. Lambda, lambda minus 1 by 3 factorial. So, obviously, it satisfies. Now, we are going to prove this for general cases. Here, we are having lambda number of colors. And in lambda different ways, we can color first vertex. First vertex can color in lambda number of ways. When we color second vertex, we cannot choose first color and we can color the vertex in lambda minus 1 ways. We are having lambda color. First vertex can color in lambda ways except first color. Whatever color we have chosen, we can use any other color for second vertex. Therefore, second vertex can be colored using lambda minus 1. Third vertex will be colored in lambda minus 2 ways, etc. So, the nth vertex will be colored in lambda minus n minus 1 way. This is possible only when the each vertex is adjacent to all other vertex. Here, this vertex is adjacent to this 2 vertex. This vertex is adjacent to this 2 vertex. It means this is possible only when each vertex is adjacent to all other vertices. If first vertex is not adjacent to third vertex, we can choose first color itself for third vertex also, right? But if it is adjacent to this, we cannot choose this color. So, this is possible only when the vertex or each vertex is adjacent to all other vertices. So, this implies graph is complete. So, whenever the graph is complete, then the chromatic polynomial is given in this way for a graph with n vertex. Next theorem, we are going to prove a graph with n vertex is a tree. If it is a tree, then its chromatic polynomial should be lambda into lambda minus 1 to the power n minus 1. Here also we are having lambda number of colors and degree is n. We have to prove for a graph the chromatic polynomial is lambda into lambda minus 1 to the power n minus 1. We are going to prove this theorem using induction hypothesis. So, we are considering a graph G which is a tree and it is having n vertices. So, when n is 1, it is having only one vertex. Obviously, it will be having one vertex. Now, if it is one vertex, it is having one color itself. we are having only one vertex and we are having lambda number of colors. So we can choose first color or second color, third color and lambda color. So it is having lambda. And lambda minus 1 is, n is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So anything to the power 0 is 1. Obviously this statement satisfies when n is 1. So we will get lambda. So I repeat, we are considering a graph with vertex 1. So only one vertex. We are having lambda number of vertices. We are having lambda number of colors. So we can choose first color or second color or third color, etc. So we can color this vertex in lambda number of ways. So this is our answer. So what is here? We are having lambda into lambda n minus 1 to the power n minus 1. What is n here? Only 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1, lambda. So when n is 1, this statement is true. Let us consider when n is 2. So when n is 2 means the graph may contain one edge. We are having two vertices. So it is adjacent to each other. We are having n equal to 2. The graph contains exactly one edge. So this can be colored in 1, 2. When we have only one color, we cannot color this graph properly. Therefore C1 is 0. And C2 means we can color this graph in two ways. Correct? We can color the graph in two ways. Therefore C2 is 0. C2 is 2. We'll substitute in the polynomial. What is our polynomial? P2 of lambda is equal to C1 lambda by 1 factorial plus C2 lambda into lambda minus 1 by 2 factorial. C1 is 0. So what is our C2? C2 is 2 lambda into lambda minus 1. So P2 of lambda is lambda into lambda minus 1. What is our theorem? When it is 3, it should be lambda minus 1 to the power n minus 1. N minus 1 is 2 minus 1 because n is 2, therefore lambda minus 1. So when n is 2, again this statement is true. Now we have to assume the statement is true for k. So we are assuming that this statement is true when we have graph with vertex k. Using this result, we are going to prove for k plus 1. So since it is a tree, now we are going to consider a graph with vertices k plus 1. Since it is a tree, obviously it will be having pendant vertices, right? So we are going to remove one such pendant vertex from the graph. Let V be a pendant vertex. I am going to remove V from G. I am taking this as subgraph of G, that is G dash. So G dash is obtained from graph G by removing the pendant vertex V. So G dash is G minus V. Now the order of G minus V is K because we have removed one vertex. So from our hypothesis, obviously G dash satisfies the given hypothesis. So what is P? N minus 1 of lambda. From our induction hypothesis, it is lambda minus 1, n minus 1. So in this case, n minus 1 is n itself. N minus 1 is our n. So we will have lambda minus 1 to the power n minus 2. Now for each proper coloring of G dash, the given graph can be properly colored by painting a vertex V also. we are going to add a vertex to this by coloring the graph in n minus lambda into lambda minus 1 n minus 2 ways. Now we are going to consider a graph G with this vertex also. For each proper coloring of G dash, see, if this is 5, for each 5 proper coloring of G dash, consider the graph G can be properly colored by coloring a vertex V other than the vertex adjacent to this. See, if this is our tree, I am going to remove this pendant vertex. Using 5 different ways I am going to color this. So when I add a vertex to this, except this color, I can add any other color to this pendant vertex V. Correct? Except this color, I can add any other color to color this pendant vertex V. So I can color this vertex in lambda minus 1 way. I am having lambda number of colors. If I choose one color, remaining colors are there. So I can choose any color for this vertex V. So Pn of lambda is lambda minus 1, because lambda minus 1 ways we can color Pn minus 1 of lambda. So what is Pn minus 1 of lambda? Already we got. Substituted lambda into lambda minus 1 n minus 2 into lambda minus 1. So we will get lambda into lambda minus 1 n minus 1. So the statement is true for n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2 and n is equal to k plus 1. Hence this statement is true for any graph with vertex, any number of vertices. So at last we are going to study what is edge coloring. Already we saw what is vertex coloring. So it is same as vertex coloring. In a graph, we are going to color the edges, or we are going to choose colors to the edges in such a way that adjacent edges should not share same color. In vertex coloring, adjacent vertices should not share same coloring. Now we are not going to color the vertices, but we are going to color the edges. Suppose if I am having this graph, if I choose green color, these two edges are adjacent to each other. So I will choose some other color to this edge. These two are adjacent, but green we can choose here because it is adjacent to only this and this. So I will choose green here. Since this is adjacent to this is adjacent, this edge is adjacent to this, I will choose some other color, blue. This edge is adjacent to blue and green, so I can choose some other color which is yellow. This edge is adjacent to green, blue, yellow, so I will choose some other color, red. Similarly, this edge is adjacent to this edge and this edge. So I cannot choose red, I should not choose green, I should not choose yellow, I can choose blue. So we have colored the edges of a graph properly. So edge coloring means an edge, we are assigning colors to the edges of the graph such that adjacent edges are not sharing the same color. The minimum number of colors required to color the graph properly is known as edge chromatic number. and it is denoted by chi E of G or chi 1 of G. Chi of G is chromatic number or vertex chromatic number. Chi E of G is edge chromatic number, that is the minimum number of colors required to color the edges properly. In this case, chi 1 of G is 4. Using 4 colors, we are coloring the graph properly.